Hi to everyone. In this session, I am going to deal with the question paper code 091 set 4, the exam written by the students on 22nd December 2021. And here the section contains the question numbers from 26 to 49. So we can see this question and then we can get clarified with the answers. The 26th question is, they have given a tuple with the values 10, 20 and 30, and 40 element has to be inserted after that 3 elements. So the tuple should be like this, that is 40 to be added at the end of the tuple. Then they are asking for the statements which is right to accomplish the above task. You know that the definition for the tuple, it is like of list and it is immutable. So remember that point. So we cannot modify the tuple once it is defined. So the answer is we cannot modify. So Nitish cannot insert 40 into the tuple as they are immutable. 27th question. Here they have given a content of the text file. The file is the way to get started is to quit. It is given. And they have given the code. Here in this code they are asking to get the output. You see here this is open and the Notes.txt. So this can be written within the quotes. So seek, already the tell of and then the seek of, which is discussed in section A. So seek of is able to make the file pointer position at the specified point. So here it is at 29. So print s means the pointer moves to the point 29 and then it reads the characters and then it will be printing. So here the pointer will be moving to the 29th position, means it is to the letter Q. So you count it, it will be going to the point Q and then it will be printing. So it prints the quit talking and begin doing. So this is the answer for this question. Moving to the next question, 28. Here they are asking to find the output. They have given a string good morning and then here they are giving print s.capitalize size of and then the title of. You know that capitalize is the function which will be capitalizing the string, that is the first letter will be capitalized and the other letters will be small letters, and in title case you know that for each and every word it will be capitalizing the first letter. So that is the output. So here capitalize will be giving the answer as good morning. You see here it will be capitalizing only the first letter, and then in title case each and every word of the first letter is capitalized. So good and the morning. So this is the answer. Next is 29. Identify the output of the following Python statements. Here they have given a empty list, and for I in range of 4, from 0, 1, 2 and then 3 it should be taken L.append of 2 asterisk I plus 1 and then print L of. So first you get the value of this. So initially the value of I will be 0. So it is 0 into, that is 2 into 0 plus 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. And then it will be printing at the indexing, negative indexing. Next the value of I is incremented as 1. So 2 into 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 it is 3. And next the element at the index is, first it places at the negative index. So the indexing starts from right to left and not as a normal indexing from left to right. So the element is, first element placed at the right is 1, next element is 3. Moving to the next, the value of I, here it is 2. So 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 1, 5. Moving to the next value 3. 2 into 3, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. So the elements will be placed from the right, that is, it is 1, 3, 5 and then 7. You see here. So here I have given some internal output, that is after this statement if there is a print of L, then how these statements will be. So for initially the value is 0, for this value of 0 this L.append will be appending the element 1. Next for the value of 1 the value is 3. Likewise for the value of 2 the value is 5. For the value of 3 the value is 7. So at last this print statement will be displaying this. So the elements are placed from this negative indexing. So this is the negative index, this is the first place, second place, third place, and then the fourth place. So this is the answer for the question. Moving to the next question here. Identify the output of the following Python statements. Here they are asking for the output. You see here, this is a dictionary, and in this dictionary, this is the dictionary and this is the tuple. So in tuple you are having these values, and then for I in range of 1 to 5. So it is in the dictionary they are going to place the value of tuple. So I minus 1. So you know that the index will be starting at 0. So initially the value of I here is taken as 1. So 1 minus 1 0. So t of 0 it is having the value as Gtion. So t of 0 and here it is d of 0. So at the 0th index the value Gtion will be placed. And again moving to the next range, so range will be 2 minus 1 1. So the first index is Nishant, it will be assigned to the first index of the dictionary. Next is second index assigned to dictionary. So likewise it will be assigning, and then it is asking to, that is here the statement is to print the D. You know that dictionary is in the form of the key value pass, and you will be getting the output in the form of one as Jishan and then Nishant and then Guru and then Meet. So here you know that it is of key value for, so 1 this is the key, so 1 Jishan, 2 and then 3 and then 4. So based on the key value pair it will be placed. Here you say, I said that for I the value is 1. So the first key value is, that is D of 1. So here 1. D of 2 and then D of 3 like this. So this is a key and this is a value which is placed in the tuple. It is assigned to the dictionary. You see here I have given how it is printing. If you are having any doubt regarding this, that is why the value number is taken as the key, or the text is taken as a value, here you can see that you can test it, that if the students are asking doubts regarding this, you can say that because in dictionary the text will be the key and then the value will be the numerous, so it can be changed. If the students are asking the doubt, you can ask them to check with this format, that is here this is the value and this is the key. Based on this, so it is giving key and then value. In section way we have discussed about some false and true categories, that is the question related to this. You can ask them to have this value. So you see here Gtion in D and then 1 in D. Since this is the value and this is the key, you will be having, for key you will be having the true and for value will be having the false. So you can ask the student to check like this if they are asking any doubts. Next 31st question. Here they are asking to print the output. Here you see here two lists are there. L1 is having elements and then L2 is an empty list. So starting from the range according to the length of L1. So since it is an empty list, length of L1 is taken, and then you are going to insert the element into the list L2. So here it is inserted. The elements to be inserted are from L1. So here you are going to pop the elements from the L1 and then it has to be placed. Pop, you know, as you know about the data structure, pop will be, that is deleting. Delete in the stack is named as pop. So the top of the stack will be popped. You see, if the elements are arranged in the stack, 10 is the first element. So it will be at the last element of the stack, and then the first element of the stack will be at 25. So print L1 and then L2. And someone will be giving the answer as this, again L2 as this. But you should remind of this pop of function. Pop will be deleting the element from the list. So the elements in the list L1 will be cleared, it will be deleted, and all that is now popped and pushed into the list L2. So L2 is having the element and L1 is empty. So based on that, we'll be having the answer as L1 as the empty list, and then L2 is this, and then since it is an pop operation, the stack should be noted. That last element which is pushed into the stack is the first element of the stack. So this is the last element, so it is first popped. So 25, 20, 15 and then 10. So this is the answer. Next, moving to the 32nd question. Here they are asking for the object for serialization and then the deserialization. You know that the concept we have discussed in section A2. So the answer is the Pickle module. Then 33rd question. Here also they are asking for a CSV module in Python to read. You know that the reader is the answer. Next question is the 34th question. Here they have given a string as welcome, and then they have defined a function, and in this function the string is taken as t, and then a string is taken, print the string and then end with an ampersand symbol. So moving to this call of the function, change of s. Now welcome, s is welcome. So welcome is passed here. This is the string passed here. But moving to here, even though it is moved, here t has assigned the value as the hello. So print t means it will be printing hello. So hello and the end symbol is this. So the change of s function will be printing the value hello. Even though welcome is passed here, the variable t is assigned the string hello. So hello is printed, and moving to this print statement only, it will be printing welcome. So here the function call prints hello with an ampersand symbol as the end symbol, and then welcome is printed. So this is the answer. Moving to the next question, 35th question, they are asking to get the possible output for the Python code. You see here, how can you identify the answer? Since it is of random function, when you are running, it will be giving some different answers, but there is no change in the value of printing. Here you see random range function, the value is starting from 1. So you can guess that B is the wrong answer. So 1 started means here you are having 3 options, A, C and then D. Then moving to this point, range is from 2 and then to 5, increment in the range of 2. So it will be incrementing in the range of 2 only. So if the starting element is 1, then it will, the next element will be adding with 2, that is 3. So you can go for, so now you can neglect this option C. The next two answers are 1, 3, 5 and then 1 and 3. Then how can you identify the correct option from this? You know that in this range of function, the last value will not be considered. So the last value here to be considered is, that is 5 minus 1, n minus 1. You know the range syntax, so it is 4. So now you can conclude this 5 is not the correct answer. So the answer is 1 hash 3 hash. So that is the answer D. Next question is, they are asking for the output. Here you see here they have defined a function string, and now t is given as an empty string, and for I in s, if I dot is digit of, it will be checking for whether the string is having digit. If the digit is there, then t is equal to t plus I and then return t. So it will be returning the value t. Moving to this value, x is equal to Python 3.9. So the x variable is assigned this string, and then y, the function is to be called. So here for this x, this string has to be passed. So it is passed, and then the empty string t is having here, and it will be checking is it is of any digit. You see here, is it is having any digit or not. So it will be checking, and here it comes, it will be identifying the digits 3 and then 9. So both are the digits, others are the characters. So print x comma y. So x comma y. X is the function, that is the string having Python 3.9 and a separator is asterisk symbol. Then y. What is y? It is calling of this function string. So here you will be getting the value as 3 and then 9 because it is going to return 3 and then 9. It is taking for each digit of. So here this is this with the append symbol. So first it will be appending the symbol as 3 and then it will be appending the symbol as, that is the value as 9. 3 and 9. So here the return t will be giving the value 39. So the answer will be Python 3.9 asterisk and then 39. That is the answer. So don't get confused with the values because you will be considering 3.9 and you will not be considering this 39. That is one wrong decision. Next is you have to consider this dot operator, that is the dot. So you have to leave it that it will be checking only for the digits. So 39 only it will be getting. Okay. Moving to the next question, asking for the output, and you see here the global variable is v is equal to 50. They have given a v as 50 and within this function they have given the global as the v. So the variable v is now declared as global and then they were having an assignment statement v and n where the n value is assigned to v and this v value is assigned to n. Next printing v and n with the separator hash and then the n symbol ampersand. So coming to this, the function with the value 20 is called. So moving here, n is having the value 20 and since v is a global, so the value of v is 50 now. So value of v is 50, n is 20. So 20 is assigned to v and 50 is assigned to n. So the value for this print statement is 20, separator is hash and then for n it is 50. So 20 hash and then 50, n symbol is this ampersand. Then moving to this print statement, now the value of v to be printed. You will get confused at this point that either the value changed for this is to be taken. That is here after this statement the value of v is 20. But you have declared global v, so you will be getting confused with this value of the 50. Here you can conclude that since within this function the variable v is declared as global, after the change of the statements the value v should be taken as 20 and not 50. If it is outside the variable you can print it as 50. Within this function it is declared as global, so the value changed at this statement is taken. So the answer is 20 hash 50 ampersand and the value of v is global and the value has been changed from 50 to 20, so the value is 20. So that is the thing where you get confused with this point. 20 hash 50, sorry 20 hash and then 50 symbol, that is the n symbol is it, and then the next print of you will be printing this value. Next question 38, they are asking for the output. You see here they have given the two list L1 and L2 is an empty list. Again for I in L1, if I not in L2 dot append of I. So if the value is not present in L2, you have to append it. First the list is empty list, so it will be appending 10, 20 and then 30. Then moving to this 20 and 10, it will be checking if not in L2. So already three values are placed, 20 is there and 10 is there, so it will not place these two values. So L2 will be having only 10, 20 and 30 and this is the answer. So I print L1, so L1 is printed and then here. Already we have seen one example where pop-up function was there, so that L1 will be empty. Here they are not doing the pop-up operation, so L1 is having its value and then the separator is the ampersand symbol and this is the L2 value. Next question, again the output. You see here they have given a function. Within that function we are having two if statement and for this if statement you have to consider this else. and then they have given the list and then calling the function, and here they are asking to print the list with the end hash symbol. Moving to this list change of, so this function is called now. Here go for here for I in range of len of L, it will be taking length of the L is 4. Okay, so if I mod 2 is equal to 0, it will be taking the value, and then here it is if I mod 2, that is first index is 0, so 2 is taken, 2 modulo division 2 is equal to 0. Yes, 2 divided by 2 gives the remainder 0. This is modulo division and not a normal division, so it is giving the value 0. So here the case is true. So in the index 0 you are going to place the value of, that is here L of I you have taken it as 2. So 2 asterisk 2 is 4. So now the value is 4. Just wait. So in the first case, the value is 2 is taken, it is divided by, that is the remainder is 0. So 2 asterisk 2 is 4. So the value 2 is taken and then 2 asterisk 2 is 4. Now the value of value at the index is 4. Moving to this case, if this is modulo division of 3, since you see here the intent in Python, intent plays a very important role. Here it is having the same intent, so it comes again here and it will be checking 2 modulo division 3 is equal to 0. No, so it comes to the else part because this else is to this if case. So else what it has to do, it has to multiply the element with the 5. So you are having the value 4 at this point, so 4 asterisk 5 20. So at the index you are having the value 20. This is the part where the students gets confused. So it will, they will be checking and they will be taking the value as 4. They will not move to this if part because since it is divided and you are getting with as 0, they will be moving and skipping and the wrong option of this A will be taken. So this is not the case. Check over the intent and based on that intent the value to be checked with this if condition, also with the if condition of this. And here if it is not satisfied, the value which is calculated here to be passed here. Okay, don't take it as 2, then it will be again making it as a wrong answer. The value which is calculated here to be passed either here or here, either sorry here. Okay, then moving to the next value, that is 6. So here 6 is taken and then 6 passed to this value, 6 modulo division 2, yes it is equal to 0. So here 6 asterisk 2 is 12. Now at this point the value is 12. Now it will be checking here, you see here it is modulo division by 3. Yes, it is divided, 6 is divided by 3. So here this option is true. So now here you have to change the value. Already here the value is 12. So 12 into 3 it is 36. As I have explained before, this value to be carried out here or this value to be carried out here based upon the conditions. So now here it is 12. 12 is passed here, 12 3s are 36. Moving to the next value of 9. Here this case is false. So comes here. Yes, it is modulo division 3, it gives the value. So here the value is directly calculated as 9 into 3 27. That's all. Moving to the next value of 10 goes here. Yes, it is calculated. Yes, it is divided by 2. So 10 2s are 20. So here you will be getting the value as 10 2s are 20. So the value here is 20. 10 is taken and then the value is made modified as here as 20. Moving to this part, it is not divided by 3. So go to the else part. So here it is 20 asterisk 5. The value is 100. Okay, this is the answer. Don't confuse with this answer because this else part will be neglected by the students and they'll be answering this with 4 12 27 and 20. So they'll be taking this option by not considering this else part. Next question is they are asking to find the output based on the Rhymes.txt. Here you see here they are having the text in a file Jack and Jill. So what will be the output means, here you see here for I in L, I dot split of print len of s and then end. So they are asking to print off and then len of s to be printed. So read lines of, it is not read of, so read lines of. So each and every line it will be reading separately and then it will be printing the words in that line with a hash as an end symbol. So in the first line it is having 3, so 3, and then the next line it is having the 4 words, so it is 4. Then 41 question. Again identifying the output, here you see they have given the dictionary and then a list. So key value pair is here. So for key and then value in d dot item of, if v of 0 is equal to 0, that is v of 0 is equal to t, they are checking for the value. If the value is having the character t, then you can append it to the list. So it will be checking with this, and you see here it is having t and here it is having t. So these two are the things, but it is going to append the key and not the value. So the key values here is 2 and then key 3. So the value here is, it is going to print the keys 2 and then 3 because the key 2 and 3 is having the character t. Then the next question is again identifying the output with a text file. You see here in this text we are having two strings, Baba black sheep and then have you and will treat that. It is going to split off. Here what they are asking, they are asking for checking the condition len of I modulo division 3 if it is not equal to 0. That is, it will be calculating the length of the word, and if that length is divided by 3, it should not be equal to 0. If that is the case, then print. So it will be going here. You see here it is 3, here also 3, here you see 1 2 3 4 5. So here the length is 5 modulo division 3 will not give the remainder 0, so this is taken. And next 1 2 3 4 5, here sheep is not having the value, so it is not printed. And then have you any wool, so as black sheep have wool, they are the answer for this 42nd question. So length is taken, so the grade length which is not divisible by 3 is taken and then that output is printed. Moving to the next question, 43rd. Here also a text related question. You see here they are asking to get the count, that is e. Here you see the value as 20. So here the file pointer will be placed at the point 20. After that only it will be starting to count the letter e. So roughly it will be around the value here 20 means. So the e will be 1, 2 and then 3. So the answer is 3. You have to consider this value. If it is not taken into account, roughly it will be calculated as EEE. So here you will make a mistake. Consider the file pointer. Next question is, goes to the 44th question. Here you see you will get somewhat confused with this type of global variable declarations. Consider the function. You see here this is the code. First you execute this code, print v comma end of this. So the value of v is 25, so 25 is printed, 25 and then asterisk. Then this function is called. So when this function is called, this is passed here. Here v is equal to 50, so the value v equal to 50 is printed with the character exclamatory symbol, and then 50 to be multiplied with 200, so 100 is printed with the exclamatory symbol. So in this statement it is printing 25 asterisks, and calling this function it will be printing 50 exclamatory symbol. After this it will be printing 100 and then 100 and then exclamatory symbol. So this statement you will get confused whether we have to print either 25 or this 100 or this 50. So it will get confused. Don't get confused. Here this variable v is not declared as a global here. So the value 50 or value 100 will not be modified. That is modified in the sense it loses its lifetime, as I have explained in the local variable concept. Global keyword is not present. okay, present inside the function. So the global value v is equal to 25 is taken and here it is printed. Okay, the answer is 25 asterisk, that is for this it is 25 and asterisk, for this it goes here the 50 and then exclamatory symbol, and here it is 100, so 100 and then exclamatory symbol. For this print off, here the values will not affect this global variable v, so this 25 is taken and then it is printed. We have already seen the question 37, how the value of the global variable gets affected. You see here the value of here, since within the function it is global, even though the value is 50, here inside the function it is defined as global. So here the value of n is assigned to here, that is 20 is assigned to v. So this print v will be printing this 20. Okay, since the value which is changed in the function is gets reflected, but here you see the global value is 25 and here within the function it is not defined as global, so whatever changes made to the value to this variable v will not get affected, so the global value is taken and it is printed here. Okay, next question is 45th question. Here you see they have given a text, so in this text they are asking for the output. So read off and then split off, and for W in L, if it is a lower is equal to negative indexing again dot lower f and then print off. They are asking to print the output regarding this lower of. If W dot lower of is equal to lower of, you can identify that if this function is available in string, so you have to check over the function whether it is available or not. It is an error question, so lower of is not there, so here this is the error which gives attribute the string object has no attribute lower. So you have to remind of the functions which are available related to the strings. Moving to the next question of 46, here they have given a text file and again they are asking to print something, that is the output. You see here, this is the file in the text Hicokry Dickory Dock, and they are asking to read lines of, okay, and they are asking to check for the and the clock, and for I alien you have to split it if the W is in, if the words W in X, here if you are having the value the D and then clock, it is asking to print that value. Automatically the students will make a mistake that D and clock is there, they will be printing. Here you have to check for one thing, what it has to be checked. You see it is going to give the error. Why it goes to give the error? You see here I have given the corrected code. You see here read dot the clock L dot split off for I in S of X. If I in X, you have to check for if I in X, you will be getting the split off and then it will be checking. If this is the case, then you will be having the answer as the and then the clock. But there you will not get the answer for the previous question. It is giving us a wrong answer. Okay, so the syntax to be followed here, otherwise the syntax which is given in the previous slide will give you the wrong answer. Okay, moving to the next question of this one. This is one easier one. They have given a dictionary. In this dictionary it is giving the hierarchy and they are asking to give the relative path of the file transactions dot. So transactions.dat. So the hierarchy is from my company, go to the accounts and then transactions. So this is a way of handling the directory structure. So my company, accounts and then transaction dot. Next 48th question. Here you can see that they are asking for the output. What is the output here is, you see here the string and then a list and then a dictionary. So length of the string is taken, and for I in range of n, that is up to 3. Here you see here D of L of I. You can find easily the error, that is here the bracket is missing. So this is the error one, you can correct it, and if you are doing this you can get the value as key value from where it is placing string. So UVW is placed and then here the value is with the help of this L value. So for 10 it is U, for 20 it is V, and then for 30 it is W. I have given in the next slide the answers. Here I have given, you see how it has been corrected, and you are how you are getting the values. Okay, so key value pair is here. So this is the key and this is the value. You see here, this is the key and this is the value to be placed. So it is in the form of like this. Then moving to the next question, that is last question of section B. What will be the output? So they have given three lists and then asking to append of L1 and extend of L2. What is the function with this append and then extend? You should know the difference between these two, otherwise you will get confused. Okay, how this append and extend is to be worked. You see here, so first append of L1. So L1 has been appended 10 comma 20, and then you see here L is the function print L. So L having the value 10 and 20, this append of will be appending the list L1, that is 30 and 40, and extend, it will be extending 50 and 60. So this is the append and this is the extend. You see the difference how it is working. You see here, this is append and this is extend, and here you can get the difference. That is, you see, if the array is having 1 2 3, extend of A with 4 5 6, just it will be adding the elements in the same list. Okay, here you see append, it will be adding an entire list form. Okay, it is adding only the elements, it is adding in the list form. This is the difference between the append and then the extend. Okay, so with this I am completing the last question of section B. And next section we are having only section C. We will see the CSV file question in the next session. Thank you for everyone who are all watching this channel.